Hello, my name is Miss Letty. Today I'm going to talk about capitalization and end marks. Remember, our goal is for every student to understand our videos and the skill we are going to cover. So I'm going to try to keep it fairly simple. And of course, our older students will be able to understand it, which is going to sound probably a little weird, but keep in mind that our goal is for our younger ones to understand our videos as well. I will talk about capitalization first, and then I will go back and talk about our end marks, punctuation. Okay? Always capitalize the beginning of every sentence. Remember that, my kiddos, we have to capitalize the beginning of every sentence. I know whenever we are writing in a hurry, we tend to forget maybe to capitalize that beginning uh, letter, especially when we are typing and we are in a hurry. We forget to press the shift button to capitalize the first letter. And I know sometimes the Chromebook or the computer might capitalize it by itself, but that's not going to be the case all the time. So remember, we must capitalize the beginning of every sentence. In this example I have today is it is very hot outside today. It's very humid too. But notice how the I is capitalized, okay? We always must remember to slow ourselves down and capitalize the beginning of every sentence. No matter what we write, no matter where, we must capitalize the beginning of every sentence. Another skill, we must remember to capitalize proper nouns. Proper nouns are always capitalized, and you might ask, I forgot what proper nouns are. Well, just think this way. Proper nouns are the names of those places or of those people or of those books or titles of movies or shows or books. All of these are proper nouns. It's not just a normal noun. It's not just a dog, but you might have the name of your dog might be Skipper. So Skipper is a proper noun. Skipper has to be capitalized, but the word dog is just a noun. You don't have to capitalize that. But remember, when it's a proper noun, you must capitalize it. So in my example here, I wrote, I love stuffed crust from Pizza Hut. Okay? I love it. I really do. I honestly love stuffed crust from Pizza Hut. But notice how I have Pizza Hut and it's capitalized because it's not just any restaurant. It's not just any pizza restaurant. It's the name of the actual restaurant I love stuffed crust from, Pizza Hut. I know you've been to Pizza Hut before. You probably went there today. But notice how when I write it down, you must you must capitalize it, no matter when or where you write. Okay, about a restaurant that you love. My second example says, my sister and I graduated from the University of Mississippi, or Ole Miss. You might know it as Ole Miss. But notice how I capitalize University of Mississippi. The little of won't have to be capitalized, but University and Mississippi will. And Ole Miss, the O and the M are capitalized. Because it's not just any university. We're not talking about the universities are great. We're talking about a specific university, and it's that specific university in Oxford, and we must capitalize that. So remember, names of places are capitalized, especially like names of states and cities. All of these are proper nouns, so we must remember to capitalize the names of those cities or the names of those states. Okay? And last one here I have is, do you need anything from Walmart? So notice how I capitalized the W in Walmart. I'm not talking about just any place. I didn't say, do you need anything from the store? Store will not have to be capitalized, but because I said the specific name of that store, I have to capitalize it. It becomes a proper noun. It's not anymore a noun like a store, but it's a proper noun. It's Walmart. So you must remember to capitalize the proper noun. Okay? Another one we sometimes forget, especially our little ones, kindergarten, first graders, maybe second graders, we tend to forget to capitalize the word I. The word I is always capitalized, okay? Even if it's in the middle of a sentence. Now, the word in or is not capitalized, okay? You might say, oh, but there's an I in there, in or in is, but those are not capitalized. Oh, the word itself is or in. This one is I, and it's a proper noun. It's I. So it's a proper pronoun, I should say. I woke up late today. So I is capitalized not just because it's the word I, it's also at the beginning of the sentence. So it must be capitalized. Okay, so whenever you have it at the beginning, you should probably not forget that, right? Because you have to capitalize the beginning. But like in this example, my sister and I went shopping last week. Well, you might say, but it's in the middle there. Do I have to capitalize it? Yes. Remember, I is always capitalized. So even if it's in the middle there, or even if it's at the end, you have to capitalize the word I. And the last example I have is, did I pay you back? Did I pay you back? I is right here. It's somewhere at the beginning, middle of the sentence. It's not right at the beginning, but the word I must be capitalized. So if you remember, please remember whenever you're writing anywhere, anytime, even in a text message, you'll notice that your phone might capitalize it by itself, okay? Because it knows that I is always capitalized. But that won't be the case whenever you're taking a test in school, a state test. The computer will not capitalize it for you. So you must remember to capitalize the word I. Okay. So now I want to go back and use my same examples and talk about end marks. We talked about capitalization, but now I want to talk about end marks. End marks is my punctuation. It's what you put at the end of the sentence. Now you must remember to use punctuation. Put your end marks, okay? It's like building a house without a door. Do you want to build a house? Do you want to live in a house with no doors or no windows? Of course not. I would not want to live in a house with no doors. So look at the punctuation, look at the end mark as a door. You're closing the door, you're closing the sentence. So you have to put your punctuation, put your end mark. So remember, that's my door, okay? Every house needs a door. Every sentence needs a punctuation mark, okay? Needs a period, or depending, it could be a question mark, could be an exclamation mark. But every house needs a door. It doesn't matter what color it is, right? Not every door is the same color. Not every sentence will have the same end mark or same punctuation. But you must remember to put one there, please. So in this example, it's just a statement. It is very hot outside today. So it's a fact, okay? So I put a period, just a fact, but I must have my end mark. Let's look at the first one. So here, using my same sentence, I love stuffed crust from Pizza Hut. So I'm excited about that. If somebody asks me, do you want pizza? Yeah, I want pizza from Pizza Hut. I want stuffed crust. So I'm excited. When you use an exclamation mark, this little stick with the dot at the bottom, it's called an exclamation mark. An exclamation means you're excited and you're yelling and you're showing that inflation. You are raising your voice. You're super excited. So you write an exclamation to let the reader know, oh, they have to sound excited when they're reading. So I love stuffed crust from Pizza Hut. Now, when you're writing, this is a good example for the older kids. Whenever you write parentheses in your writing and you have parentheses, you might tend to forget, is the punctuation inside or outside of the parentheses? Well, remember, it's always going to be outside. So if you are writing with parentheses, your punctuation goes outside of the parentheses. So in this case, it's another statement. It's a fact because my sister and I did graduate from the University of Mississippi. So I put a period outside of the parentheses. Now this one, the last one is, do you need anything from Walmart? So it's a question. It's not just saying something. You are asking somebody. So whenever you are asking, remember you must have a question mark, okay? So whenever you might notice that we start the sentence with do you like? Do you need something? So, do you need anything from Walmart? And we have a question mark. Okay. Now, these are just a couple other examples. Again, exclamation is when you're excited. A period is when it's a declarative sentence or an imperative sentence. You're either declaring, saying a fact, or an imperative sentence means you are given a command, sit down. So, sit down is a sentence with a period, but it's telling you to do something. Your mom might say, go wash the dishes. So it's a sentence, but it's telling you to do something. Okay, that's for the older ones. But for my younger ones, remember every sentence needs a punctuation, an end mark. Every house needs a door. So it's important. Here's an example here on my book I read earlier. Sandwich. So it's a question mark, right? It's asking, sandwich? What sandwich? Question mark. So he goes on and say, "Oh, that sandwich." This is an interesting book. What do you think he's gonna want? He's gonna say. So let's see. In this one, it's an example of exclamation mark because he's excited on this page. He had been seen. So the author wants you as the reader to read this sentence with that inflation, with that excitement. He had been seen. So when you're reading and you see the exclamation mark, make sure you raise your voice and be excited, sound excited, because that's what the author wanted you to. That's how the author wanted you to read it. And whenever we read a book or a passage following the end marks of punctuation, pausing at a comma, stopping at a period, raising your voice at the end of a question, or being excited with an exclamation mark, we are going to improve our comprehension. So I hope this helps with capitalization and end marks. Have a great day.